Hey guys, Jason here, cricketstoreonline.com. You know me well by now, doing a bit of a live video for you guys. If you have any questions, please pop them down the bottom there. I'm going to be talking about the new 2017 Gunn & Moore range, and in particular, this is obviously the catalog, but in particular the new, what they call L Suite. And this is essentially the three new bat lengths that they have this year, or for the 2017 system. So I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm watching the phone, and I'm going to be able to see your questions down below. Please like and share this post with all of your buddies as well. This is actually the first live video that I'm doing here on Cricket Store Online on the Facebook page, and if you missed it, I'm going to be talking about the new 2017 GM Cricket Catalog that we're starting to plan now for the 2017 season. So go ahead, shoot me your questions down below. If I can sort of keep track of them, I'm going to answer them for you live. So if you've got any questions about the 2017 book of cricket, I'd love to hear from you guys. And so I'd like to talk about the L Suite, as you can see here, the L Suite, and been reading a little bit about it this morning. And essentially what it is they've got three different bat lengths. This different bat length phenomenon has been going on for a couple of years now. You would remember that I did a hammer cricket sax a few years ago, and basically it was about a 4-inch shorter blade, much longer handle, same sort of concept as the Mongoose MMI3 from about 5 or 6 years ago. The bat is still going. So then you also had Affinity Cricket did a Toro, which was also a shorter blade. There's been a few. There's been a Black Cat Joker. There's been quite a few bats. Lacquer bat that was shorter. TPX Big Hitter. Just trying to think of, there was a Laver and Wood that did a shorter bat. Newbury Excalibur from way back was shorter. So there's all these different shorter bats. More recently though, Gunn & Moore brought out the GM Mana, or Mana, however you want to pronounce it, brought out the Mana, and so that was also a shorter blade. Let me see who else. Kookaburra's got the Kookaburra Kahuna Light, and for 2017 they're going to have a Ghost Light as well, which is also just about an inch. And essentially what the concept is that you basically lengthen the handle, shorten the blade, so the overall bat is the same length, but you've got less wood wasted up right at the top for the shoulders. And so let me just have a look here. Essentially you've got, for the GM, remember we're talking GM 2017, you've got three different bat lengths out of the bats next year that are going to be different lengths. And so just to give you a bit of an example, one of the new bats for 2017 is the GM Neon, as you can see there, and that's the L length is 540, L540, and so the GM Mana is going to be one of the 540 lengths. Then you've got the Chrome over here right next to that. That's going to be the L555 length. And then there's a third length as well. Let's have a look here. And then you've got the Kaha, which is the 525. So you've got the 525, the 540, and the 555, which is obviously the three different lengths. So the Kaha, then you also have, let me just go through the bats here for you real quick, and those different lengths. And so essentially you've got the Neon, right, which is going to be the 540. Then you go over to the Chrome. The 540 is the middle length. The Chrome is the 555. That's the full length. The Mana is the 540. So the, let's see there, what was that one? The Neon and the Mana are the same length as far as blade's concerned. So you're only losing about a half an inch to an inch at the top. Paragon is going to be the same as 2016. That's the 555. The 555 is your regular bat length. And then the Kaha, 525. So that one's even shorter. That's going to be losing probably 2 inches at the top of the blade, as opposed to the Mana, which we saw this year, which is only about 1 inch at the top of the blade. And so the Kaha, what's pretty cool about the Kaha is that that's your super low sweet spot as well. So that's going to be appreciably, noticeably shorter blade length, and it's got a nice super low sweet spot. So this is going to be getting closer to that Mongoose, but not quite as extreme as that. and it's going to have a nice low sweet spot. So digging out Yorkers and stuff are going to be absolutely awesome. The only problem that I found with lengthening the bat handle, obviously, is that it tends to be a little bit weaker, because with the bat handle being that little bit longer, you do get quite a bit more flex, right? So, but there's a positive and a negative. The negative is that you get more bend, more flex in that handle, which means with that extra vibration, you do get it does get a little bit weaker. The positive, though, is the more flex you get, is the more elastic feeling you get, and the more ping you get on the bat, and the more power you can transfer to the ball, meaning you can hit the ball further. So you know, you've got to weigh up the options. If you want to hit the ball further, you do obviously run the risk of a slightly weaker handle. But I haven't seen more GM Manas, for example, or more Kahuna Lights in for repairs. You know, so that's a total anomaly. But it's not, your bat's not going to break easier than would anything else. So that's pretty cool. So let's just quickly, we can look at for 2017. Start here at the bottom. This is the GM bats, obviously. This is your sweet spot position. All right, so this is the lowest sweet spot, this is the highest sweet spot, this is the Paragon, and then that's the Kaha down the bottom there. So if you want a super low sweet spot, you go with the Kaha. Then you can look at the Chrome for something a little bit higher. The Chrome is a little bit like the 2016 GM Mogul as far as profile is concerned. Then you got the ST30, that's the Sarah Taylor range for the girls. I know a lot of boys that are going to be using the girls range as well, because they're just so much smaller. Guys here in all over the world, the Indian population is a little bit on the shorter side, and so they can certainly be using that as well. Then you've got the GM Mana right there in the middle, the Neon getting closer to the top of the range there, and the Paragon. So you probably won't find a lot of the Paragons here in the United States, just because the wickets tend to keep it a little bit lower down here. But we'll definitely stock a lot of the Kaha, the Chrome, and the Mana is going to be your three main bats that we're going to be carrying here in the US. So that's pretty cool to look at. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think that's it for now. I'll probably do a little bit more. Let me just see here if there's anything more that we can talk about. Or let's just keep it that. We're keeping it at the, so just talking about that L suite, you got the 3 different bat lengths with the L555. That's going to be your typical bat length. L540 is the GM Mana, and then the L525 is the Kaha. That's the shortest one out of the lot. So you've got the Kaha right down the bottom, the GM Mana in the middle, and then the GM Paragon at the top. So that gives you a good idea. GM like to keep us on our toes and keep us interested and bring out all sorts of new things like faces, new different faces. It looks like all of their faces this year are 4.5, F4.5. So we went through the stage where we had the F7, the F2, and the F4.5. All of the faces this year are the 4.5 profile. Just looking at that real quick. Yep, just to confirm. So they've gotten rid of the F2 and the F7. All of their faces are now 4.5, but now they've introduced the 3 different bat lengths. Now remember, the overall bat length is still the same, but you get the blade itself. So the more aggressive blade is the L525. Then you get the L540, which is like the GM Mana, and then the L555, which is like the GM Paragon. So thanks for watching this, guys. Keep up to date on the page. Love hearing from you, and catch you guys later. Bye.